Hey guys.
Hey y'all, welcome to Unity TV. This is Darius Charles.
I'm Monique Charles.
And today we have some very, very special guests with us, Anthony and Santana Mitchell.
Yeah.
They are the Mitchells. Right, and today guys, we're talking, still on the topic of is marriage a business?
Right.
Here at Unity TV we talk about love, faith, finance, wisdom, and also leadership. So guys, again, we have these very special guests with us. If you guys don't mind, real quick, give a quick detail about what you guys do as far as business and things of that nature.
Well, we do a little bit of everything. I mean, so our main focus is wedding photography and videography. Anthony does music, and I do a lot of things with my hands. I'm very crafty, so I do handmade bow ties, and I make earrings as well. So we do a little bit of... So
the earrings you have on?
Yeah, I'm wearing the earrings, focused earrings.
100% couture.
All right, awesome. Sound like you got it from Paris or something like that. That's awesome. All right, cool. And then I know, Anthony, you and I, we've been knowing each other, man. Probably like 2008 maybe.
Yeah.
At the time, you were working at Chase when I met you.
Oh yeah, that's
over there.
Highway time back.
Yeah. That was a while ago. And so I know you big into music, man. You have a couple of songs out through all the different streams and whatnot. Right. But what are you mainly focusing on now? Is it more like the production side, or actually still recording?
Well, with the music, it's going to be a recording.
Gotcha.
Right now, I'm doing a lot of recording, doing a lot of videos, and really, it's not necessarily that I'm just focusing on being a recording artist. It's more or less that I just enjoy doing music. Right. So that's what, when I have spare time, then that's what I'm spending it on.
How many kids do you have?
Three.
Okay, I see. Based on social media, I see I'm assuming that's your daughter. She's about 16 or something like that.
Yeah, she's 17.
All right, so if you don't mind me asking, what are you guys' age? Because I always thought y'all were like 18, no?
22, man.
No, like 25, you know.
I'm still 23.
No, we're 34.
Okay, awesome.
And actually, Santia is my daughter, but she's Anthony's daughter because he raised her since she was 3.5.
Okay.
So like we met when she was a little girl, and he just took her right in, and the rest is history.
Okay, all right. So 34, I would never guess.
I was thinking that y'all was our age.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
People think I'm like 50. No, I'm playing, but people be clowning like they don't know what I don't get it.
You got an old soul.
Yeah, probably so.
And your voice is all raspy. So.
I mean, that's kind of is what it is. But again, we're gonna kind of get into our questions, get you guys insight on what y'all think about marriage and business and things of that nature. How long y'all been married, first of all?
It'll be 9 years. Well, it's 8 years now, so it'll be 9 years in October.
Do y'all feel that marriage is a business, first of all? And if so, can y'all give y'all elaboration on that?
I would say, yeah, I would agree with it.
Okay.
That it is a business. Technically speaking, because you literally signed a contract, so.
Right, that's fine. Yeah, literally gotta put that thing down. You gotta go through.
And that's the only way that is
legal.
So you know what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah. For me, I didn't think of a contract like, oh, you signing a contract, but I just thought like when you work for a business or you have a business, like you still have to be loyal and dedicated to that business, and that's the same as being married. Like you have to be dedicated to that marriage, dedicated to the business. Either way, it's like,
But so again, so y'all do believe marriage is, from a dedication standpoint, from the contract standpoint, it is a business, correct?
Yeah.
I
mean,
not really,
but that's not including like the actual people in their relationship. Like that has nothing to do with a person being attracted to somebody.
Right.
So like it's not a business, but it is a business. It's not a business for the actual relationship and communication.
Yeah.
Like you don't gain any money from talking to somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Like if there was somebody that was truly like your best friend or your friend or somebody, you call them. You don't have to have no type of contract to talk to somebody on the phone and be there for them. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yes and no. Like what she's saying is the like loyalty and dedication. Like you don't have to have a contract for that. That's understood you to some extent in certain circumstances.
Right.
And then on the other hand is, it's just like music. Like I might like making music. I might want to make music with you, but I still might need a contract.
How's that like working with your best friend, Santana?
I mean, for me, I enjoy it. I wouldn't change it for anything. Like I don't like my mom. She'd be like, y'all need to have your own time and da da da. But for me, I'm like, I enjoy like working with him. I enjoy being by his side through working, just regular life. You know, like I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty cool though, cause like for me, it's certain stuff I don't want to do. So you know what I'm saying? Like she's able to
pick up on each other's strengths and whatnot.
Right.
So
I don't know who's the better marketer or the better whatever, but I'm pretty sure y'all kind of balance it out.
We figured that out.
I learned. I was listening to a podcast a couple of days ago. This lady, they've been married 60 years, and she said every day I'm still learning something.
Right.
So that's key, man. But that's some wonderful insight, man. I enjoyed that. The third question I have for y'all is grinding to build a brand. It can involve a lot of late nights, though. But how do you guys keep intimacy alive in the times where it's very, very busy season when y'all building a brand? And I'm not going like deep into y'all sex life or whatever, but just intimacy, like date night, stuff like that. Y'all make sure that stays fresh, even when y'all building a brand.
Right. So I feel like because I have my parents here and the kids are very close to my parents, I have a lot of help with them. So they're very hands-on. So like anytime we want to go on a date, anytime we have work, they're always able to assist us with that. And plus having a 17-year-old actually pays off because she can kind of step in sometimes if she doesn't have work.
Right.
So that allows us to go to date night, and we love Tuesdays because you get in the movies much cheaper, and then I can get my popcorn.
Go check that out.
Right. So that it's affordable when you go on Tuesdays. So we try to make that a date night, or like maybe like a Friday or Saturday we'll go out to eat or something like that. But I mean,
well, a lot of times, man, our weekends are pretty busy.
Yeah.
So we just gotta make time, you know what I'm saying? So it's different seasons for us actually having time for going out and doing certain things. Like sometimes we can't do nothing on Friday and Saturday because we got something early Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? So it's like time management just plays a big part. Like I was talking to one couple and they was asking me something to that extent. And I'm like, man, like I watch a lot of we watched a lot of the reality shows while we working and stuff on our computer. And a lot of the reality shows, I feel like it's going in the right direction. However, the people, it's for certain things.
Yeah.
So what I look at a lot of stuff is I like to see like what they're doing, but I want to use it in the right manner and to the benefit. So let's say we go somewhere and we got a grocery shop or something like that. We got a grocery shop, then you might as well take that time while you grocery shopping and have a conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can stop. Like I know a lot of times people just be walking around us in the produce section. And we just sitting there talking about something for like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, like I don't know, like just go ahead on and it just like small stuff like that. Like you kind of got to do, and just listening and knowing what she want to do, and
right.
You know what I'm saying?
You said make time. That's crucial, man. Like you literally have to carve out time because we make time for everything else. Like they got people that work out a lot. You got people that you got to go to work because you got to feed the family and stuff like that. But in all reality, you have to make sure your best friend, your mate, your soulmate, all that, they're taken care of as well. So yeah, baby, you got it.
Yeah. So do y'all find that working together brings you guys closer?
Yeah. Because like in a marriage, like communication for me is number one. Because like when you communicate, then we're on the same page. Right. And like when you're working together, we communicate. So it's like it kind of goes hand in hand. Like for me. Like this morning he was like, have you gotten to those pictures yet? And I'm like, no, but it won't take me but this amount of time. And have you gotten to your video yet? Well, good, because I have more time, so it's like just that communication and understanding each other and knowing like what's gonna push him to get it done, and he knows what's gonna push me to get it done. Like just that balance is it works.
Yeah. I do. See, I got stories for everything. See, like, when she was working, right? And this was like before everything, and I had already stopped working, and I was like, doing the pictures. We was just doing pictures.
He was like daddy's daycare kind of.
Yeah, so like, man, like she was going to work.
I was like working like 4 hours a day.
I'm like, man, like I feel like, what's the word? Like I was frustrated with the fact that I was like, man, I feel like if you can get up at 8 o'clock on the dot, on a Monday, and go to a job that you don't want to be at, don't want to even what's the word, elevate in, like you just there just to do it just because. Why are you there?
Yeah.
So like those, like when I start asking her those type of questions, like I think she kind of got offended, but I was saying that because like I'm shooting a video with the baby on my back, you know what I'm saying, like real deal commercials, and so I'm like, man, at the very least, like you could just be here to hold the baby, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because at the time, like when we ventured off, our now 9-year-old, he was like 3 or 2 or something like that.
He had just he was in
He was in Head Start.
Yeah, he was in.
So it was still he was like 3. Yeah. So, but it was still times where Anthony had work, and I was at he had to do something, and then I was at work, and it just.
I think when Harper got here, I was carrying her on my back. That's what I remember.
It was Harper too. Yeah. Well,
by the time I had stopped working though.
Well, Landon was in Head Start.
Yeah, so I was saying that because like I wanted her to like, look, you gotta be over here.
Yeah. How did y'all meet and get the business started?
Okay.
Get y'all's business started.
So I'll tell how we met. Okay. During Hurricane Katrina, and then Hurricane Rita hit Lake Charles, so we had to evacuate.
Right.
Well, at the time, my girlfriends were in college at ULM up north, and we went to Alexandria with family, but like eventually I was like, well, I'm gonna go meet my friends, and so I took my daughter, and we went up north, and they had their dorm rooms and things, so I was able to like stay and hang out with them, and then if I had to come back, vice versa. But I went up there and had a good time. We were having a good time. We were partying every weekend, and at that point in my life, I was just kind of like, okay, I'm tired of looking. Like I was kind of not really newly single, but it had been a few months or a year or so since I hadn't been really serious with no one, and I was just like, you know what, I'm over this, like it just wasn't working out. And I was like, in my mind, I felt like I spoke with God, like if it's meant to be, it'll be, I know you're gonna send the right person. And so like randomly we went out for my girlfriend's birthday. I think she must have been turning like 21, and so we went out to the nightclub, and like immediately when I walked through the door, I looked upstairs and I was like, oh my God, he is so fine. And I was like, oh my goodness. So, and like soon as we got in, before I could even like go approach him, my girlfriend was like, my best friend thinks you're cute. And then like after that, we just exchanged words, exchanged phone numbers, and like we just kept in touch, and we hung out that weekend, and like maybe like the next week or so, or like a couple days later, it was his birthday, and like he went out to dinner with his mom and his family, and he had me like on speakerphone to speak to them, and I was like, okay, he's got me speaking to his mom and things like that. I'm like, this is a good sign. And so we dated for a while, long distance, and it was hard, but we did it.
It wasn't a while.
Babe, it was a couple months.
A couple months.
Okay, so like dating long distance like normally don't last 2 months, right? But we did it longer than 2 months.
I guess I see what you're saying.
Yeah, we dated, well, yeah, we dated a long distance for a couple months, and then he once everything kind of got back and we came back and got settled, he came here to Lake Charles.
I always wanted to have a business. That was the reason why I left school. I left school because I was going to become like a nurse or a doctor. Like that's what I was going towards. And But I was doing that because I was kind of following in my sister's footsteps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what she was doing. That's what I was gonna do. I didn't know what to do. So but what I end up realizing, I'm like, man, I just want to have. I want certain things. I want to do it certain ways. So I kind of felt like school wasn't teaching me that, and that's when I exited out. And fast forward, I didn't know how to do it. So at that rate, not having a job, I had a chance to kind of get out there and get my feet wet and trying to create a business. Not knowing what I wanted to do, but knowing I wanted to do something. Right. 100% into just creating music or just being I was a producer at that time.
Okay.
And I was investing in that, and so I was just like, I want to do something. Eventually, she mentioned something one time about doing photography. You know what I'm saying? I want to get a camera. Like, all right, if you want to get a camera, we're going to get a camera, but we're going to invest in this camera. It ain't going to be no any camera.
Yeah.
We're going to do it for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, at that rate, I was like, man, everything we do, everything we spend our money on, is not going to be no extra money that's just being spent on random stuff. We're going to spend it on stuff that's going to make us money.
Yeah, so who's the visionary in your relationship?
I would say both of y'all, but I don't know y'all.
I guess I would more so be.
I would say so.
I would see stuff that's far off in the future, and I would know how to plan for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we looking at something that's 10 years down the line, that's easier to plan for than something that's 3 weeks down the line. Like, it's easier to actually pack and go to the trip, but to plan to go to the trip and do all of that in 3 weeks or 2 weeks or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot, but I like the pressure of a short time frame.
I don't.
But here's what we're gonna do, man, because we want to wrap it up with the last question. If you guys, and again, we enjoyed you guys a lot.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
y'all just gave us some what is it called? Swag splash.
Yeah.
Just coming in looking all good and whatnot. But how can people stay in contact with you guys? Get in touch with you guys through business and everything. Like, do you have like any sites and links, anything like that, that people can get in contact with y'all on?
Yeah, we definitely do. My well, go ahead, your Instagram.
Okay, so I have a few different Instagrams, but the easiest one to probably find me on is going to be Focused Earrings, because that's real simple to remember. So Focused Earrings, you can follow me there, DM me if you have any questions. Also, we have the photography website. It's www.fofantasy.com, and you can email us there, and we'll get the email directly to our cell phone. So that's an easy way to contact us, and through Facebook.
Yeah. So me, you can find me through those avenues. She didn't tell you about Ote and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Faces of Fantasy is the primary thing. Faces of Fantasy Photography. You can Google it. You can look it up on Facebook. My name as an artist is Blakcard ATM, and you just spell it BLAKCARD ATM.
Hey guys, thank y'all for tuning in, watching Monique and I with the Mitchells. If you think this was something that was beneficial, you enjoyed the interview, copy and paste the link, send it to someone that you love, let them know to check it out, leave a comment below, but also share with other people here in the community. Get in contact with these guys if y'all need any work done from photography standpoint. If you want to get those nice earrings she has, y'all get with her on that as well. But hey guys, thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for next week. All right.
Bye.